Hey out there, it's Dave Duford coming at you live on Thursday, August the 18th, right at 12 o'clock exactly. Funny how it turns out, 24 hours from my completely live and prepared, no BS final expense training session that I'm holding every single Friday, 1 week on Facebook and then the next week on YouTube, back and forth. But this week I am on YouTube. So I want to make sure that you are going to be there right at 12 o'clock Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific, to check out my live show. And I want to take you through a little bit of a spreadsheet here to tell you what we're going to talk about. Just give me 1 second. Let's see here. Give me 1 minute to pull it up. All right. Awesome. So yeah, so here's what we're going to talk about this tomorrow, right at 12 o'clock. Topics on Friday's training include, first of all, how to replace most common types of life insurance. I got this question from several people kind of wondering how to replace basic insurance, such as other final expense plans or existing kind of life insurance, the more exotic, I guess you could say, types of replacements that are a little bit more difficult. Specifically, what we're going to go through is a lot of the direct-to-consumer products that our clients see on TV and through junk mail. I'm going to talk to you some of the most common ones that are out there and how to replace those and what to look for when you're in the home to indicate to the customer what they need in order to replace it. Once we do that, we're going to cover how to phrase the replacement for term insurance. Again, term insurance is one of those that is more difficult to replace, and it takes the proper, setting of the table in order to set it and to replace it correctly, if there is a replacement even there to begin with, and we'll talk about that more in depth. We'll also talk about universal life insurance, what we see commonly, what I've seen commonly, and what to look for actually in the policy. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try to see if I can find some sample policies to actually display on the screen as I walk through the actual training, so I can at least show you what I look for when trying to explain to a prospect who really has no clue what they have, how it works, and how that compares to what we do. And then giving them the information in order to figure out exactly how it works. So that should be extremely useful. Also have a question from Soleil. Sorry if I got your name wrong, sir. He asked, this kind of ties in with the other question above, how do you deal with the brand name final expense companies? Of course, there are companies like New York Life, AARP, Globe Life that are out there who are spending millions of dollars every year, perhaps, on some sort of solicitations through the mail on TV, and they're a big competition, or are they? So what I'm going to attempt to really explain is if there's any concerns about brand name insurance, how to deal with that, and what you'll find out is why I don't think that's so much of a big deal. And then lastly, second to last, you're going to find out from Sam, who asked this question out of Texas, when is prospecting a lead too much? Great question. He asked because he has people, and we all do if you've ever sold final expense, who just never pick up the phone or are never home. When is no? When do you just hang it up and stop trying? And I'll address that, as well as your questions. So if you've got any particular questions about anything final expense related to sales tactics, trainings, carrier questions, anything at all that you have questions about, I am more than happy to address live on the spot, if not to actually design a whole seminar and a whole webinar around it. So that is pretty much it here. I just want to thank you for your time and watching this quick little video. Again, 12 o'clock Fridays, this Friday, which is tomorrow, I will see you on YouTube. Just stick around. You'll see me pop up in your live feed. I think it even distributes it to everybody who's a subscriber. So if you see this video, please like it. Please share it if you've got final expense buddies in the business that you think would appreciate some good old-fashioned training. And I want to thank you so much for listening, and we will see you tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Take care.